You have clicked on Advanced F2L. This video is going to basically pick up where beginners F2L left off, and we're going to show you a little bit more difficult moves to match pairs up to insert them into your F2L slots. What I'm going to do is give the cube a bit of a scramble, and then I'm going to sort of walk you through how I'm doing it and kind of show you more techniques on how to match them up. So let's give it a scramble. Okay, so here we have our cross. Now, first thing I see is this pair here. Now, when I finish my cross, I'm already looking for my first pair. And here's another one here, but we're going to do this one because these two are exactly the same case. So what we're going to do is separate these, because that's the first thing you always do, is separate them. So we hide this one, but we have to make sure there's an empty slot back here, which there is, of course, because we haven't inserted any F2Ls yet. So we hide it, we get rid of it, and then we put it back. Now, if you were to align this like you were for the beginner's method to align that, you're going to take that because we've already placed that back there. However, it's going to come in backwards. So the way to get these two together is actually to hide this again, but make sure that there's an empty slot back here. So we hide it and then we put it next to it, as you can see. Anytime that you see a pair where they are already matched up like this, but the colors on top are the same and you know that the back one is in wrong permutation, that is how you match these up. You hide it and you put it there. And it just so happened that we accidentally had matched these ones up now as well. So for instance, if you finish your cross and you receive this case where this one is here and that one is there, then it's easy enough just to hide it and move it over once and bring it up. Now you can insert it like you can any other way. Again, here's the same one. Now we've broken this pair up, but I'm not going to show you that because I see this one now and I just showed you this case. However, in this case, if you were to hide this, you can't on this side because there's not an empty slot here. You'd have to move it and use this empty slot. So now there's a trick that I use to connect these. So let's separate them first like we usually do. And of course, we have to make sure there's an empty slot back here. So I hide it. I move this out of the way, I bring this back up. Now anytime that I see that the corner and the edge are both in the top layer and they are separated, I have a little trick. And but only when the bottom color, which is white, of the corner is facing upwards. It doesn't work if it's facing right or if it's facing yourself. Now what you do is you take the edge piece and you don't look at the top color, but you look at the side color and you match that up with its centerpiece. Now the way to match this up with that is to turn this piece away from the top color. So we're matched up with blue, we see the top color is red, and here's the red side, so we turn it away from the red side, just like this. Now we move this on top of it and we can align it, and as you can see they're matched up, and now we can just insert it like a usual pair. So let's take a look at another case. Alright, right here is very, very simple because I can see that the top colors of this pair are different, which means that this is in proper permutation with this. Or orientation, I'm not sure which one it is. Anyways, these is in alignment and you'll see why. So first we need to separate them. So let's use an empty slot and hide this and then move that over and then bring it back up. Now, if we put that like we're going to do the beginner's method, you can see that this is in proper permutation with accordance to this piece, because when we do this move, it will bring it in. So a lot of the time when you're finding pieces, one of the goals is to align them like this, or just make the F2L pair before you insert it, because this kind pairs it up as you insert it. All right, let's take a look at the last one here. So again, they're separated in the top, and the tops are the same color, which means that this one is not in proper permutation with this. So if this edge piece was right here, then of course the F2L pair would be matched up. So we got to hide this and put it there, but we got to make sure that there's an empty slot here, and there's not. So if we did that, we would be breaking up and taking out this piece. So what we do is we put it where there's an empty slot back there. Using slots is very important, and being aware of where your slots are is extremely important if you want to learn to do F2L at a pretty reasonable speed. So we hide that, we match it up, and we put it together. Now we can insert it in the back. Okay, so here we have another solve. So we're probably going to run into the same case a few times here, but what I'm doing basically is helping you get used to how to position the pieces to get them together. And then after I do this walkthrough solves 2 or 3 times, then I'm going to start showing you some more advanced moves. All right, so one that I see here already is this edge piece and this corner piece down here, the blue and red and white corner and the blue and red edge piece. Now, as you can see, the white is not on the bottom here. So we're not going to take a look at the bottom color. We're looking at this color. So we only have access to 2 of the 3 sides of this corner piece. So let's disregard the white and take a look at the red. And as you can see, the red is on the side of this piece. It's not on top. Now in a case like this, what you would want to do is make sure that the piece is on the white side. So if the white was facing on here, you'd put the piece on this and the red would be here. I hope that makes sense. And the way that you match these up is to do the sexy move twice. R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime. As you can see, that did put it in. However, it doesn't need to be there, so you didn't quite need to do that many moves, but that's how you do it. R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, and I'm sure that we all know that move already. And now you can just insert it as usual. All right, here's one that we've seen before again. There's this piece and that piece, and they need to be matched up, and they're both in the top layer and separated already, which is a benefit for us. And because the white of the corner piece is on top, we look at the side color, which is blue of this, and we match it up with its center, and then we move this to the opposite side of the top color, so orange. So here's orange, so we move it to the opposite side, and we put that over top of it and bring it back. And as you can see, that does match it up. Now we can insert it as usual. Okay, here's a very good case. Now, this is backwards from what we just had before. As you can see, we can only see 2 colors of the corner piece, and we're taking a look at the one that's not white. So here it is here, and it's orange. As you can see, the edge piece is on the top, but these are opposite colors now. They're not the same colors. Remember before, if the orange was here and the green was there, you'd put the orange on the same side as the white. But if they're opposite colors, you put it on the same side as the other color, the not white color. And what you do to match this up is you just turn it away from the white. So you turn this away from that corner piece, and it brings that corner piece up. Now you can put the corner piece over top of it and bring it back, and as you can see, it's matched up. And now you can insert that as usual again. And here we go with that same case again. As you can see, the color we see that's not white is red, and the side color of the corner piece is also red. So we put it on the same side as the white, and we perform that sexy move again twice, and it brings it in. We'll go through one more walkthrough solve, and then I'll show you some more advanced techniques. All right, so there's a scramble, and we're going to take a look at what we have now. Okay, so first thing I see here is an edge piece here, green and orange, and I see the green, orange, and white here. Again, like I said, because the white is on top, you match the side color up with its center, and you move it away from the top color, which is orange. And then you put the corner on top of that, and it matches it up. Now you can insert it like usual. So here we have it again, a white on top. That's sort of right away it tells me what I have to do. And I'm pretty sure at this point you know what you have to do as well. So the first thing you have to do, you guessed it, is separate these pieces. So from here we couldn't separate them because we have to hide this, but this slot is already used. So we put this over and use an unused slot here, and we bring it down and we move this out of the way, and now we can align them properly. And seeing as how this one is already matched with its center and we turn it away from the red side, it's very easy. So we turn it down away from the red side and we put the corner on top of it and bring it back. Now we can actually put this in through the back because it's the exact same move, right? If we were on this side and we went like that to insert it, why couldn't we do that from the back already, seeing as how we're here and we don't want to do a cube rotation? So now here's another case. So I know that I would ideally want this edge piece to be back here with the red on top because that would easily match it up, as you can see. So if we have to bring this out and the red is going to come up top here, we'd want this corner piece to be back here. So what we do is we put it back there before we bring this up. And now, just like this last case, we can insert this from the back. So we put it back there, and then we can bring it towards us and put it in. And again, oh, I brought that down. I didn't mean to do that. And then again, as you can see, I'm sure you know what to do already, is this corner piece and this edge piece need to be paired up, but first they need to be separated. So let's separate them. Let's get this edge piece over its color on this way. So this is orange on red. That's wrong. Orange on orange is the way to go. And move this away from the blue side in the back. Put the corner on top. And now we can insert it from the back. Okay, here's our third scramble. And so the first thing I see is this piece is already in place. This corner piece, after I did my cross, it's already in place. And the edge piece is up here. Now, an easy way to match these up is when your corner piece is already in place and your edge piece is on top, the edge piece can be in two ways. It can either be flipped this way or that way. In either case, what you do is take a look at the side color, not the top color, but the side color, and you match it up with the side of this. So if this was a red side on this, I would put it on this side because the red is here. But in this case, it's green. So you put it here, and what you do is you move it one more time away from it. Then you bring this up, you bring that back, and put that back. And as you can see, it matches it up. And then you can just insert it like any other pair. And here we have the exact same thing, except for now it's the green side. So you would match it up with the green side, and you would hold it like this, and you'd move it away one more time, bring this up, bring this back, and bring this back, and it's matched up again. Now here's a very strange case. Now this might seem very impractical to use, but actually it's very practical, and I do use it on a regular basis. Now as you can see, the corner piece is already in, but the edge piece is over here. It's not there, and that's quite a lot of moves to bring it out and match these up and put them back in again. But there's a much easier way to do it. Can you guess how it's done already? Well, I'll give you a hint. You move it over. It's very easy. Now, I know that changes all of this, but what you do is you move it over and then you get it up and out of the way. Now you're free to move this back and you haven't affected anything. Now you can put this inside. Now the last case is here. Now, I don't have any special way to solve this case. One way that I do it is to bring it out and separate it at the same time. And the way I do that is to hold it on the left, and I go up. I go L prime, U, L. And then I turn this, I turn my hand, and I bring this back, L, U2, L prime. And now it's matched up and I can insert it into the back. It's a very strange case. It does come up quite often, and I think that I should probably find a better way to do it. But that's just how I do it right now. I'm not an expert at F2L, but I am advanced F2L, and that's what this video is about. Here's a very strange case. It does come up quite often, and I never actually think about using this. However, it does cross my mind whenever I'm solving slowly and I see it, and I wish I did use it more, which is where the edge piece is already in its spot and it's permutated properly, meaning that these colors are all matching. Now the corner piece doesn't matter which way it is, as long as the white is not facing on top. So it's quite a lot of moves to put this in here. First you have to take out the edge and then match it up with this and then put it all back. Now there is a way to do it that's very fast and you don't even have to move the edge, because we're wanting to put this corner piece down here. But this whole slot here is not even used up yet. So what happens if we just move the corner piece and then insert it here? Because we can always move it back now and not affect anything else. I'm going to show you that one more time, but from a different side now. Now, I wouldn't want to do it from this side because I can already see that this one is in its spot. So I wouldn't want to have to break that up when I might be able to insert that the same way as this. So I would probably go over here. Now, as you can see, I can still bring that corner over. I know I'm misaligning my cross, but it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that this slot is empty. So I bring that up and I insert it like I would any other way, and then I put it back. It's a very practical way of putting pieces in, and it makes it very fast. So it's a lot faster than taking this out, matching them up, and putting them back in. So I can go like this, and as you can see, I've already matched up that pair. It's the exact same thing. My last F2L pair in this one is one we've already seen again as well. So we can only see two sides of this corner one that's already in its slot. We're not paying attention to the white, so we're looking at the green. And because the corner piece up here, the side color is opposite of this, we keep it on that side. We don't put it here. The only time we'd put this edge piece on the white side is if this, the green was here and it matched with this green. So we keep it on this side and we bring this up, as in we turn this edge piece away from the corner, we put it over top and down. Now we can insert it as usual. All right, I hope that wasn't too confusing for you. It was a little bit difficult for me to show you as I've never taught advanced stuff before. If you do have any questions, leave a comment below and I'll answer your question for sure. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope you learned something from this video, and I hope I didn't go too fast for you. But now you can click anywhere on the screen and it'll take you back to the F2L homepage.